can be. So.
Welcome to tonight's live stream.
Yeah, I don't have Sunburst, but I have Flush the Stone and Undeath to Death and Mass Shroud.
Were you gonna watch?
Would you like a what are those potions called? The draconic potions.
You're gonna watch attempt number 13 for High Lords here. We actually have a couple of non-High Lords in this run. It's the first time. Well, no, it's not the first time we've taken people outside of the guild, but most of our attempts have been just guildies so far. And I don't expect it to succeed because this raid is just too overpowering for us.
I should be able to swap it out.
But I do feel like I have a pretty good handle on things at this point. But you know, it's there's a lot going on, a lot to deal with. So enjoy the ride if you're tuned in. Okay, guys, here's the deal. Again, I appreciate everybody's patience while we continue to learn and try this. Okay, we do have a couple of first timers, our guests Senbo and Zeph. So make sure everybody has energy sheath fire twisted in. You should also have other forms of electrical or of fire absorption as well. Excuse me, not electrical, fire absorption. You want fire absorption for this. So you could also, for example, twist in energy absorption from Shirati, or you can have an item, for example, or elemental absorption from Shirati. That's tier 4, so that's pretty steep, but in any event, that's an option for you. I'm going to do that. I'm going to twist that in. So I'm going to be tanking.
That's nice.
If you need to do that, please do so now. So last night, for those of you who weren't there, we had our smoothest experience in the first round compared to our previous attempts. We have a much better handle on like knowing when the trash is spawning, and the boss says like he calls the trash mobs to him, and we know where to look for them now. In the corners, and they're falling down from the top, and the ones that fall down from the top in the middle, race to the fucking edge in 2 seconds. But we know to look for that bullshit.
Ones that come from the top spawn after the ones that spawn
Yep.
on the bottom.
Yep. And so trash crews that are getting the trash in the back should, get the ones in the sides, and then collapse in the center and get those ones in the center. And you only have literally a couple seconds to kill them before they get to the edge, and they turn into Forge Race. Now, what we learned from last night is that trash is the priority in this raid. This raid is, like Hound of Zoriat and Mark of Death, trash mitigation is a huge factor in this raid. That's one of in our early failings. It was like, oh, we'll have a couple of people on trash. It didn't work. Like last night, we had like pretty much last night what we did is we had a tank, 2 high DPS on the boss, and like everybody else was trash. But then we started to learn like, the in-between times, the people who were doing trash would just DPS the boss. We're more or less going to do that again. Maybe we'll put 3 high DPS on the boss. We also learned that you cannot D-door. I had talked about how we suspected that after the first boss beatdown, there would be time to D-door the cleric. They could race back to the shrines and then, shrine up, get back in. It's locked out. So on day 1 when we D-doored, I think because we had a wipe or something, we got right back in. So I don't know if they changed that or if it's timed or if it's event triggered. But at some point that barrier comes up. So that is not a usable tactic. Last night we also learned that we need more DPS. The boss beatdown was really slow. But I think as people learn you know, when it's okay to DPS the boss and when we need to be looking for trash. You know, I think that we'll be able to focus DPS more on the boss. Hopefully that'll help. Last night, I also want to say that our final attempt last night was a little sloppier than the first couple. I think we were just fatigued, but there was more trash getting through in that third attempt. I think we were just tired though. But it's just a good reminder, like, we have to be like on a high alert every second of this raid. There's no downtime. You have to be at your best 100% of the time. And finally, we, you know, need every advantage available to us. So Yugo pots, remnant pots, supreme ability pots, etc. Daily roll potions of MRR, PRR, melee power, range power, spell power, commendation spell point potions. You can extend your mana pool by using drafts of sparkling apple cider. All this kind of shit. Like, this raid is a bastard and a half. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and step in.
Hold on, we got a question. Trying to resolve it.
What's the question?
Sim wants to know where the quest giver is for the raid, and I'm trying to find out if I'm making sure that he's done the saga, so if he's flagged. But can you talk to this guy and say, okay, so send me to the staging area for the raid. Do you have that?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I've done the
you
saga
should be
multiple
good.
times.
So that once you go through there, the quest giver will be in here, I believe.
He already has the quest, according to his share.
Okay.
Go ahead, step in.
And then come up this way.
Stuck spot at the console, and whatever the name of that person that stands in front of the console, you have to be careful there.
Holy crap, that was so stupid.
But we gotta watch that, not to slip in there.
Yeah, there's literally a stuck spot right in front of the console. There's an NPC there. If you get between the console and the NPC, which Syax did last night, I had to throw him a D-door and he had to run back in. Like, how dumb is that? Anyways, it's there.
Because the wall just so happened, or the barrier had happened to not be back up yet at that point.
Yeah, so like I said, I don't know if that's a timed or event triggered. I suspect it's event triggered, and I suspect it's, you know, after the first beatdown or something like that. But I don't know. Okay, in this first hallway or cavern, there's going to be Forge Wraiths. There's going to be a cluster of them, and we can actually range them down from the top, but, you know, melee should go down there. Forge Wraiths, if they're killed near one another, then they just, like, power up the other ones that don't die. So they need to be separated out, which I don't really have a good plan for. It hasn't really been a serious problem in this first hall anyways.
Our third attempt last night we ended up with 2 red names instead of 1.
Yeah, that's true. I don't remember exactly why that happened.
Thing
So-
is, when you, if you like mass frog them and they all die at the same time, then none of them will grow. But if you like turn them one at a time in succession, then, you know, they're gonna increase each other down the line, if you will.
Okay. Also, Sunburst, like, insta-kills, like, practically everything in here, so that's good. I can't wait to get Ginger back up to cap, so I have that. And we need to get Azalea flagged for this, because she's got 2 Sunbursts as well. The Skulls, the yellow name Forge Wraiths, these will all be insta-killed by Sunburst, and you don't need a very good DC for it, from what I understand. You remember, this is...
Yeah, the DCs have not been an issue at all. In fact, I'm running an unyielding Sentinel. So.
Yeah, I mean, this is normal, so the DCs aren't very high.
Does anybody have bits of sunstone? Did not
Yeah, hold
get
on.
any.
Yeah.
Thanks.
In the second group of mobs, there's going to be some fleshies. We need to kill them as fast as possible, because if they walk into the lava, they'll all turn into forge wraiths. So it's really easy to kill them quickly. They don't have a lot of hit points. They can be insta-killed. Like, everything in here can be insta-killed, unless the forge wraiths evolve into orange and red names. I don't even know about the orange names. Can the orange names be insta-killed?
Yes.
As long as you're on normal.
Okay.
They can be hurled.
That's very good to know. Alright, let's go. I'll explain the end fight when we get there. Let's get through this first hallway first. And start thinking now if you want to do levers.
Yeah, I'm going to be on levers.
Keep your energy, keep your fire sheath on for the rest of the raid. Okay, I saw one evolving into a big guy and then he just disappeared. Did somebody hurl him?
He was orange and I hit him with a sunburst. From what I could see, and I may be wrong, but that's what looked like happened.
Nice. We need to keep this guy out of the lava, because he
guy
will
needs to be out of the lava.
heal to full.
Feel free to burn through your mana symbol through this first part. We're going to get a shrine anyway.
Good point, thank you. And the shrine is use or lose. This next group is the fleshies we gotta kill as fast as possible. No sweat, Ace. Back him up. Okay, watch for the rising lava. The lava actually hurts in here. Don't click into the end fight, please. Very important. Do not click that swirl. I've got 2 charges of elemental absorption. I want to give them both to somebody before I rest. Who wants it?
Hit me.
I'll take one.
Okay, I got Vengeance and
gonna rest.
Syax.
Thank you.
And welcome everybody. Very quiet. I'm glad you're here to watch us fail. Part of my hopes in live streaming is that maybe somebody watching will know this raid better than us and will be able to give us some advice. Okay, here's the deal. First of all, in the center, once we step in, it's gonna be a big open cavern. There's gonna be 2 floors. And there's like a grating at the bottom floor that just leads out to like open lava. That's where the boss is going to spawn. The first thing we have to do is that there's 4 like lever puzzles, basically. Okay, and the solutions to those puzzles are indicated on the center console. It'll be right in front of us when we step in, like 50 feet out in front of us or whatever. The 4 puzzles are Roman numeraled 1 through 4. And each puzzle has 6 levers. And the levers have 6 signal crystals above them. Okay? And you've got to toggle the levers until the signal crystals are the right colors. The signal crystals can be red, green, yellow, or blue. that solution, that color pattern, is indicated on the center console. So whatever lever puzzle you're assigned to, 1 through 4, you go to the center console, you write down the solution, so if it was like green, blue, yellow, yellow, red, red, you could just type in that, and you could just type it into yourself, or whatever. Or you could, it's probably better if you type it into party. Like if you were levers 1, you know, probably type that in, because if something happens to you, it's typed in, somebody else can go do it instead of looking at the center console. In any event, they start dark red, not to be confused with red. They have to be pulled once to start it up. So it's not red the default color, so you do have to pull each lever at least once. Here's the stupid part of it. Only 6 completions. So there are 6 levers and 6 signal crystals, but the lever doesn't control the signal crystal right directly above it, like you'd think that it would, but it doesn't. It's like the first lever operates the 4th crystal, and the second lever operates the 6th crystal, and the third lever operates the 1st crystal, and whatever. Okay? You don't need to memorize that. All you need to do is Senbao giving up already. He takes the spell components and runs.
Just DC.
All you need to do is just pull the first lever.
His character model's still there too.
And notice whatever signal crystal it toggles. And keep pulling that light. And you don't have to wait for the animation either. You can hit it really quickly. You can just keep hitting it until the light comes up that you want. And as soon as that one's the color you want, you move to the second lever. You keep pulling that until, and you look to see which one it toggles, and you keep pulling that until you get the color you want. And you do that for all 6. Once you get the correct color combination entered, there is a 7th lever on the right side, and the 7th lever is a different kind of lever, so it stands out from the other ones. It's really obvious that this is a different kind of lever. Once the combination is entered, you pull that 7th lever, it registers the combination. If you did it correctly, a green light above it will stay green, and it's solved. Once all 4 of these lever puzzles are done, the boss will spawn, and we all need to go downstairs. Whenever the boss is up, we all have to be downstairs. It's very important. Otherwise, I guess he just flamethrowers you if you're up top. While people are doing the lever puzzles, there's going to be trash mobs of Forge Wraiths. It's just Forge Wraith, Forge Wraith, Forge Wraith, Forge Wraith forever in here. And so we need to be on top of that. If you're not doing levers, you need to be killing Forge Wraiths. It looks like we don't, actually. I had one, but then I asked him to switch. Oh yeah, we do. We have Syax. Is anybody here a trapper besides Syax? Okay, that's not our part. You're going to be... I don't know that we're even going to get to that part. We've literally never even gotten to that part, Fire Goddess. You're a Maiden's Fire Goddess, by the way. We were talking about you in my stream earlier. It was all good. It was. In the event, that's going to have to be you, Syax, okay? Hey, that one fool.
Sure.
Okay. So while the levers are happening, trash going to spawn. We need to be on it when the lever puzzles are done. We go downstairs, we fight the boss. During the boss fight, there's going to be 2 different kinds of trash that spawn. There's going to be fleshies, like the ones we just killed, that he's going to call for it. Like the tell is that he's like, you know, come to me, don't you want to be awesome like me? And then the trash will spawn from 3 points. These elevator shafts on the left and right on the bottom floor, and then they will drop down from the top floor in the center. Remember, we have to stay downstairs, so we have to wait for them to drop down to us. They don't have a lot of hit points. They can be DPS really quickly. Like even on Voodoo, and I have low DPS, I can kill those trash mobs pretty quickly. Or they can be insta-killed too. Everything in here can be insta-killed except for the red name, Forge Wraiths. So after the side trash mobs are dead, The people in the back doing trash need to collapse to the center and get those center ones. You literally have seconds to kill them before they run to the edge. They're running towards the lava. If they reach the lava, they turn to Forge Wraiths, which is just going to make them, you know, tougher to deal with. Forge Wraiths die near each other, then they, you know, they just empower the next one. So you got to be really careful about killing them when they're next to each other. We're going to have the tank, me, on the right side of the boss, and then the melee group is going to be on the left side of the boss. We can't get behind the boss because the boss is just like coming out of lava, and there's just like a graded floor leading up to him. So there's going to be maybe 15 feet between us. Between me, the tank, and the melee group. We got to beat the boss down to 70% health. During that time, in addition to the trash mobs running towards the lava and turning into Forge Wraiths, hopefully they don't, but some are going to probably get through. There's going to, between those waves, there's going to be these skulls, these gray floating skulls on the left and right of the boss, like floating really high up so they can't be meleeed. And they do hella damage. They need to die really fast. So as soon as the skulls pop, we need to call it out. Skulls left, skulls right, whatever. It's always going to be left or right. And range DPS needs to be on that shit. Like yesterday. If there aren't any skulls and there aren't any trash mobs coming from the back, then you can DPS the boss. But if you're not part of the melee group, your top priority is trash. I don't have a Sork. This Sork? Yes, he does. I don't know, but the wizard does. I don't know the Sork actually. We didn't have enough people in guild that wanted this, so I invited a friend Zeph, and Senbo is his guildie. These are both their first time. We're gonna beat the boss down to 70% health, then he's gonna go back into the lava. Then we got to do the lever puzzles again. Different solution this time. The solution again is indicated in the center console. While the four lever pullers or the lever puzzlers are up there doing that, me, the tank, has to do these 9 banks of levers at the bottom. I'm not going to bother explaining how to do that. I think most of the High Lords know how to do that. But just a reminder, you have to do the left one first, then the right one, then the middle one. They all need to face away. Once the 4 puzzles are done, the boss respawns. Now he's going to do this like AoE dot. You need to be near the boss in order to avoid getting that. Unfortunately, we're going to have to deal with trash still. Again, the dudes running at the boss and the skulls. So I'm not really sure. Like, we've barely made it to this point. You know, we got wiped by that dot and we didn't know what to do. Last night we didn't know we needed to collapse on the boss. You don't have to be kissing the boss, but you need to be within, like, I don't know, 30, 40 feet of the boss, for example. I guess if when trash spawns, you can run back, kill it real quick, and then run back near the boss. You know, the dot's not going to insta-kill you, but it's not the kind of thing that you're going to probably survive for more than 15 seconds. So we're going to have to deal with skulls and trash during that time too. Beldarian, if we get any red name Forge Wraiths, I want you to kite them around, okay?
Sure.
Thank you. We got to beat the boss down to 30, and then guess what? We got to do those lever puzzles again. Except this time, Syax is going to be able to like instantly solve them by disarming the trap boxes that are next to him. We could do that at any point, but since, you know, later in the raid, things are going to be clutch. We can solve them quickly, so that we want to save using the trap boxes to solve them for that last phase. Once they're done for the 3rd time, then it's the final beatdown. Again, dealing with all the same shit, the trash, the skulls, and the fire dots. Any questions?
Is there any curses or disease that we have to worry about in here?
Just fire damage.
Oh, I accidentally somehow got in.
Go ahead and go in, guys. We're ready to go in anyways. Oh, no, we're not. Syax, do number 1 and 2. Vanna, you're on number 3. Who wants number 4? Four. LPR, you're on 4.
Copy that.
Watch for trash, guys. If you're not doing levers, watch for trash. They're going to be spawning on the left and right. They're going to be coming up from the stairs as well.
So, Sinbo, stay over here on your right, because I'm going to be on the left. And stuff is going to be spawning up there where you at least see the people pulling levers, at least some 4 dreads.
Three is done.
There's a stuck spot right here, guys, if you're watching the live stream. Try not to get between Nava and the console. We literally had to de-door somebody out of it last night. It was ridiculous.
4's done.
If we don't do this fast enough, there's a dot that, like, the lava's rising, right? And then we're just going to get stacking dots. And
Need to get in place on the boss.
everybody, or it'll eventually wipe everybody down, everybody down.
Everybody down, everybody down.
Sheet check in case you forgot it.
Sinbo. So,
Yep.
skulls are going to be coming up over there. The 4 wraiths will be kind of come up over here, and the trash will be here and through the center, and then they'll eventually come off of the platform.
If you're not melee DPS should be where Fuss and Red 40 are. If you're not melee DPS, your top priority is trash.
Knockdown immunity doesn't work on him.
Nope, of course not. Why would it?
Skulls left.
No, those are just him throwing.
Oh, that's just Campbell.
Yeah, hide behind the columns. They won't hit you.
There's no death timer on normal.
I forgot about the circles on the ground.
Watch for the circles. There's going to be orange circles on the ground. Massive damage. You got to stay out of them. They explode after like 3 seconds.
Skulls left.
Skulls left. Trash in the back. When your side is clear, then you collapse in and get the center ones.
Skulls left.
Skulls can be sunbursted. And turned.
And hurled.
Hurled.
And on death to death.
Yep, I heard that too.
Those cast out here are called join us. I'm not really sure what that means.
Trash up.
Skull's right.
Trash center. Interesting, there's only one monster
Skull right.
on either side of the center tonight instead of two. At least so far.
Skull center.
Skull left.
Circle.
Stay out of the circles. He's almost to his first beat down. Trash coming up.
Circle.
It'd be so nice if as a tank I could be immune to knockdown, you know, like I'm supposed to be. This shit pisses me off. You're immune to knockdown except for all the things that can still knock you down.
Circle,
right.
mono.
He's about to go back into the lava.
You just stand right where I'm at while he's throwing skulls at you. You won't get hit. Like just hug the column.
Okay, we need to do the
Skulls left. Skulls left.
Skulls left.
lever pullers. Go up and do your puzzles, please. Left one first. They need to be pointing away. When they're all pointing away, that'll be green. Left, then right, then center. That's green. That's green. That's green. This one's not. Left one first, then right one, then center one. That's the order you do them in, because they don't just toggle the one you're pulling. The left and right ones toggle multiple levers. So the algorithm we want to use is left lever, right lever, and then center. I think all the coolant tanks are done. I'm gonna check the console.
Missing one. Missing number, well, the last one.
Trash.
Downstairs.
Okay, we're good.
Three's done.
We got trash running into the lava.
Remember, you're still on trash duty at this point. The fire, as soon as the boss comes back, the fire dots are gonna start stacking. You need to be near the boss, like on this grating.
Not the back row grading either.
Why do I have con damage?
Trash up.
You on my way
Up and
to
down
my
the
lever?
center.
No, go ahead. Everybody down, everybody down.
Archies.
You need to be somewhat near the boss. If you're getting a dot, you're not close enough.
Dot shouldn't start until well now.
Circle, circle, Vineyard.
Stay out of the circles. And we got a Forge Wraith Giant. How did that happen?
Need to get Bell to take the giants away from you.
Skull's
Trying
right.
to.
Two giants.
There's a giant on the melee
One
group.
on the DPS group.
Get him, Beld.
Circle.
Second both.
All kinds of
Go,
trash
right?
coming. Remember, you're still on trash duty in the back.
Oh boy.
More large giant
Flashy.
giants. Take it.
Plushies are running.
Holy fuck. A lot of trash.
Yeah, this is a wipe.
Oh my goodness.
Where are all these wraiths coming from?
Circle. Upstairs.
I saw one time
Yeah, it looks like
that,
stuff
I
was
saw
going to
some,
lava.
I saw one time that I saw some forge wraiths and I sunbursted them and they turned into a red mage.
Yeah, you
Oh.
gotta split them up.
This is the farthest we've ever gotten a boss beat down, though.
I think I saw him drop from upstairs.
Must have been
Maybe I can finish it, guys. Okay, I have no earthly idea why we had so many forge wraiths. This is normal difficulty.
Maybe what he said when he killed a forge wraith, he's seen them turn into a red name. Maybe it has something to do with what you were saying earlier, where if you kill them too close to another one, they power up.
I was watching forge wraiths just spawn from the lava. Like, I didn't see anyone running into it. I just saw them, like, just rising up. So I don't know if there's a different mechanic where you've got the fleshies that run into the lava and turn into forge wraiths, plus they spawn at the edge over here and come up. I don't know.
I'm not sure if I saw Fleshies drop down from upstairs.
Well, at the end,
No, they weren't.
when we were already going to wipe, there was already some runners that were going in.
The problem is that even if they are spawning, they're spawning as orange names, so the second somebody just tries to kill them next to each other, you just turn one into a red name instantly.
Oh, and you know what?
There's-
Yeah, Fire Goddess was just saying, if somebody dies, it spawns a forge wraith. Did we have spawn screen?
Oh,
Well, we
one
did,
of us dies,
but,
it creates one?
Yeah, I
we-
forgot about
we
that.
Probably didn't by the time you got done explaining the raid, and we all stepped in without rebuffing.
Okay.
Oh, so we turned into a
So here's what we're gonna need to do. Anytime somebody dies and gets a raise, they're gonna need a fresh spawn screen.
Oh, that's gonna be a nightmare.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just gonna be what it is. I think that's probably why we had all these forge wraiths. I'm not sure, but go ahead and release. We're gonna come right back in and do it again. We're not gonna need any explanation this time.
Okay.
We got the boss below 50. That's by far the farthest we've gotten.
So we need. Okay.
And I think we were pretty close to getting to phase 3. Which is 30% on the boss. I'm going to read the comments on the live stream.
Shoot, I didn't raise and I died right away. No,
How did you die? You were just right here.
I don't know. I was standing right beside you and then I died and now I can't really.
You didn't have
There
enough
we go.
hit points.
There we go.
What I do is when I release to the ship, I drink a heal pot before I hit the buff giver. Because it gives you, it increases your con and shit. If you don't have enough hit points, you die again.
Yeah, because it takes it away and then it reapplies.
I had to quickly buy. I'll be right back.
Spawn Screen. Spawn Screen is a level 2 arcane spell that you can purchase in a scroll form in the marketplace. In case some of you actually have UMD and want to cast your own.
Outfitscape in live stream says, so basically when you're fighting the boss, up from front from his face, the second metal line is the furthest you should be.
I didn't know there were scrolls with spawn screen. That's awesome.
Oh, there is? I didn't know there were scrolls either.
Yeah, Mickey just got through saying that you can pick those up in the marketplace from the level 2 arcane scroll vendor.
Nice.
So,
Okay.
How long does that last?
Probably 6 minutes.
I don't know.
More like
Should
3.
be 2 minutes. Should be 2 or 3. Yeah.
Okay, I'll go.
I can
get
do one
some.
for 20 though, so I can put that on there.
Oh wow, that's me.
I mean, if you're dying, it's probably a good idea just to have them, because I mean, the likelihood of the cleric remembering to cast mass spawn screen on you every time somebody dies. I mean, that's 28 spell points every time.
Make sure you request it. You know, when you die and you raise, it's
Yeah, that's a good idea.
you just request a spawn screen. Every time, I'm gonna be, after every night of attempts, I'm gonna be making notes like I did. If you didn't see it on our website, I posted like how it went, what we learned. Because last night we got further than ever before, and now tonight we just got even further. I'm thinking by the maybe 80th or 90th try, probably by like fucking September, maybe we'll get a completion. If I haven't uninstalled this motherfucker by then. Because I'm telling, some of you guys have heard me say this. I have literally dreamt about this raid the last 3 nights in a row. I've been reading shit for hours, watching fucking completion videos, writing up notes for everybody. I feel like I'm studying for the fucking GRE, and it's starting to, like, it's just not fun anymore, you know?
Yeah, I feel you.
This hasn't
But
been reset yet, right?
here's what gives me hope. We are making progress. It may be slow, but we are. And I appreciate every one of you being here. You guys are troopers.
Well, learn something new every run, so.
Hey, it's Lucky China.
If anybody needs some spawn screen skulls, because I really don't need 100 of them.
Everybody wave at Iacona.
I'm on my way back.
Oops. Pretend that didn't happen.
What, that you waved at Iacona?
No, that I've linked scrolls with /wave following it.
Iacona.
Let's not sing that song. I had to play that last year for Halloween. It's a nightmare.
Is there another run tonight? We're doing another run right now. You think we got this? I don't know. Okay, it might be before. It might be before September. I don't know. But this shit is pissing me off. Like, you usually don't see me pissed off on live stream. Most people never see me pissed off ever, but this is me just pissed off. Like, it's actually pretty calm, I think, relatively speaking, but this raid pisses me off. The discussion on the forum that's happening about this raid pisses me off. You believe in me? Well, it's like I've told my viewers many times. Disappointing people is one of my many unmarketable skills. I've been doing it my whole life, and I've gotten pretty good at it. Stick around, and I will disappoint you too.
I think you have to wait for me to.
We're all here.
Before
Let's go.
Oh, Ginger, I think it got cleansed off or something.
And yeah, this is normal difficulty. So, my guild is a raiding guild. We have 19 scheduled raids a week, and we actually do more than that. Those are the scheduled raids every week. I've been in this guild for 9 years. Whenever a new raid comes out, we learn it together. It's never taken us more than 2 times to get a completion in a new raid. This is number 14. This is attempt number 14. Just keep trying, guys!
Hey, man. Here, you want a real spawn screen? Congratulations. He's got that for you. The good news is, Fuss, you're only going to survive for 3 minutes anyways, so there's no point in making up for the 25 minutes on screen.
Let's go.
Yeah, Vengeance, you're out of ship buffs. What's up with that?
Oh, man.
Somebody in the live stream went ahead and pointed that out for you.
Yeah, one of our viewers pointed that out. Fire sheath. No elite completions of this raid yet. And not very many hards. I guess Omnipresence is getting pretty pissed off. I was talking to Unsinful earlier, who said he'd be here if we live streamed this. I don't see him, but I do appreciate. I was able to pick his brain a little bit. I had a question because the fire dots were wiping us last night in Phase 2, and I didn't. You know, that's the first time we saw him because it's the first time we got that far into Phase 2, which is not very far into Phase 2, but. I'm never going to be able to host this as a teaching raid. That's another thing that's really discouraging. You know, we took 7 newbies into Strahd. We took 7 newbies into RSO this year in our teaching raids. Me and 3 or 4 of my solid guildies that know how to do those raids. We can take 7 newbies into RSO and take our time and show them how it works and teach them how to be successful. You think that's ever going to happen in here? Not from me. I'm going to give Syax and Vengeance my thingy-dingies again.
Yeah, wait till after I try.
Don't click in by accident, please.
I'm gonna back up down to the bottom of the ramp. Once everybody's down here, I'll redo masses.
I'm shrining still.
Thank you.
No, they haven't toned down the raid. They're trying really, really hard to appease the R10 is easy community, I guess, who want so badly for them to be the only ones that can complete this raid. Like, they have Reaper mode. Can the rest of us schmucks have normal, please?
Yeah, they're on it.
Like, is that so offensive to them? Like, couldn't, I don't know, you reduce the rate at which trash spawns maybe a little bit on normal. Maybe we don't take 6,000 damage on normal. I have zero aspirations of ever doing anything beyond normal of this raid.
Alright.
And I'm starting to lose aspiration to even get a normal completion. Let's go. One and 2 is Syax. 4 is LPR. 3 is Vanna, aka Red 40. Why do we have skulls flying at us right now?
What?
Seemed like you were going for Mickey.
Good question.
Where the hell did it come from?
Went down there like I always do and turned the one orange name and ran back up. Nothing different than the previous 20 times we ran this.
Yeah, I agree with you, Faragatus. There are 13 difficulties. The R10 is easy crowd can have Reaper mode, but the rest of us, you know, dumb it down for us, please. Fire sheath.
So that, like, Dana, who was done early, could come over and do it, kind of thing, or whatever.
Everybody down, 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 down.
Everybody down, down.
Remember, all over that trash in the back. If you're not melee, trash is your top priority. You gotta be vigilant. Ultra vigilant. Take your eye off the ball. For 2 seconds, this shit gets out of hand.
So also use dancing balls too, just as a way to slow them down before you kill them.
I thought they were supposed to increase hate gen because, you know, for the last 6 months or so, ever since, maybe even year, whatever, ever since people have been doing like ungodly DPS, like, it's hard for me to hold aggro. I gotta constantly intim. They're supposed to be increasing the hate gen from like Sentinel enhancements, but like Vanna, Red 40 here. You know, he's one of, he may be our highest DPS guildie, and he steals aggro from me all the time. Make sure that when you're calling out skulls, don't say it like, don't whisper it. Make sure you say it with a sense of urgency. And don't hesitate to repeat yourself.
Trash are coming.
Trash, trash, trash in the back. Skulls left, skulls left. Forge Wraith. Melees are down.
Got skull on, and trash coming through right behind us.
"27 viewers, that's pretty damn good. I guess people want to watch this fail."
Don't forget spawn screen.
Yeah, spawn screen. Request it if you need it. If you have it, don't forget to...
Skulls on the right, skulls on the right, skulls right, skulls right.
Damn it.
Fleshies.
Trash. Trash in the back.
Skulls left, skulls left, skulls left.
Ow. Clearly they wanted me.
Everybody wants you, Mickey. Spawn screen.
Yep, there you
Got
go.
it.
Wish they changed the icon so it didn't look like Death Wars, though.
Chief check.
I'm wondering if I should just be on top of the melee group. That way they benefit from my aura.
Skulls right, skulls right, skulls right, skulls right.
You're right where you gotta be.
Circle.
Crashes up.
Stay out of the circles.
Listen, both of these center trash are getting missed on the left.
Remember, once you get those side mobs, you have to go into the center and get those center ones as they drop down from the top. Skulls left, skulls left.
Skulls
Skulls
left,
left,
skulls left.
skulls left, skulls left.
Circle.
Flag.
South left. South left.
Okay, everybody's on trash. I'll take care of these bottom levers.
Here you got Bell. Did you get that?
Chief check.
Did you guys get the lag? The lag.
Somebody get this guy off me.
You really should have
Trash
4
on
puzzle
bottom.
solvers as opposed to 3.
Fleshies.
Alright, 3's done. Got trash up top. Plus, stop running, get a force race on you. You kill it.
Coolant tanks are done.
4 and 3 are done. We're still waiting on 1 and 2.
Even my shit DPS can kill these guys. These bastards, they run so quickly.
Trash pop's coming down at you, Ginger. Trash popping by Sayak.
I got to pull last one.
Everybody down, 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 down.
You got a red one. There we go. He's down.
Orange.
Remember, if you die, get a spawn screen right away.
Stay close to the boss.
Red name giant. Where the hell did he come from?
He just came out of the lava.
Skulls left, skulls left,
Got it.
skulls left.
Skulls left.
Beldarian, grab him. If there's no trash, kill that red name guy.
I did. I grabbed him already.
Skulls left.
Still a skull up.
Skulls are right.
Skulls right.
Skulls right, skulls right.
Skulls are down.
two orange names, don't kill them together.
Trash is up.
Hell.
Skull's left. Skull's left. And we got all kinds of orange names on the right.
A fuck ton on. Yeah, they just all appeared out of nowhere. Nobody died in that moment.
Yeah, I don't know where. Oh.
We got a bunch of trash that spawned that was running into the lava.
Oh, that's it.
Holy shit.
That's normal, guys. That's normal. But keep trying, because you just need a strategy. That's fail 14. It's not fun anymore. It's stupid. How long can I stay alive just standing here doing nothing? Yeah, this is normal.
Insane.
Like, you see what I'm saying? It's like trash in the back, skulls left, skulls right, forge race everywhere. Go fuck yourself. Like, it's just so ridiculous that this is normal. Alright, guys. I don't know what else to do. So, I'm going to need a night to sleep on it. We can try to do some more homework. I'm going to read what people have to say in the live stream, but I don't think there's anything more we can do tonight. I appreciate the attempt very much.
Yeah, that was fun, man. Thanks for having me along for that.
Yeah, thanks for coming, Zeph. Thanks for coming, Sembo.
Yeah.
You guys have a great night.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you guys have a good night.
That's fail 14. Didn't even make it far as try number 13. Good try? Yeah, I don't think so. But thanks. Alright, let me read the comments. DDO account, you'd be happy if there was a learning mode. Yeah, I've seen people posting that in the forums. But here's the thing, like, I mean, you know, that's kind of, kind of sort of what normal difficulty ought to be, you know? You know, and I can't point to it right now, but I know that I remember reading, like, what normal meant in terms of difficulty in DDO. And, you know, it's something like, you know, an average group of players with an average group of this and an average that and blah, blah, blah should be able to complete normal, you know, in a reasonable amount of time without expending resources, blah, 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 you know. And that's not at all what this is on normal. You know, last night in our attempts, you know, we had better DPS tonight. Last night in our attempts, it was taking us twice as long to get to those, you know, through that first beatdown. But like I said, you know, the previous attempt, the first attempt tonight was the farthest we've ever gotten into the raid. But, you know, I don't even know where these forge rates are coming from. They're just like coming out of people's asses or something. How is an average group of average players supposed to complete this? I don't know. You know, I'm out of ideas. I have nowhere to go. I don't know what to do. You know, I guess I gotta tell my low DPS guildies to go fuck themselves. You can't come to this raid even on normal, because you're not good enough. You know, I guess we're gonna have to start recruiting based on skill level. You know, I'm kidding, of course. I'm being sarcastic. But it's really sad. It's really sad that this is normal. You know, and my guildies are trying. You come night after night for this. But like I said, I feel like I'm studying for the GRE now, and it's just not fun. You know, I got other things I can be doing. I got past lives to get. There isn't any gear I want from this raid anyways. There isn't. I'm trying to learn this for my guildies, because there's nothing I want from this raid. You know, and I'd love to be able to learn it so that I can teach other people how to, like we teach other people how to do raids, but that's never going to happen. Like, seriously, guys, for you guys watching right now, can you imagine me, for those of you who watch my teaching raids, or have been to, can you imagine me trying to teach people how to do this raid, like bringing in newbies like we do to our teaching raids? Forget it. Omnipresence can't get elite completions. They've spent, I don't know, I think Unsinful said they had like 15 hours in trying to get elite. It's just ridiculous. Yeah, I mean, everyone put 6 points in Vistani for deflect arrows. I think that's pretty ridiculous. That's what you'd have to do, you know. Everybody take 6 points away from your build and put it into Vistani for normal. Before the fight, leave one cooling tank at the bottom unsolved, then can clear trash before bringing the boss back up. Yeah, that's a good idea. But it just seems like the trash keeps spawning, so I'm not sure how that even makes sense. But, you know, that's a good thing to consider. I'm just reading through the comments now. Well, Strimtom's video is I believe on Lamania, so I did not watch that. But I have watched other people's videos, so that's just part of my studying for the GRE, is I'm watching all the completion videos. I'm reading through, you know, there's a Reddit guide. I'm reading comments on the forums. You know, I'm writing, you know, up what we learned and you know, how we can refine our strategy in our forums. You know, teaching people how to do this, trying, you know, this is failure number 14 for us. You know, the number of hours that I have spent into this is getting ridiculous. I appreciate the offer, Lucky. Thank you very much. There is time to kill trash down and then push the last puzzle. Yeah, that's the thing. That I've heard that the raid has changed from Lamania, so that's why I haven't bothered with the Strimtown vid. Yeah, I mean, I have no, like I said, I have nowhere to go now. I don't know how all this trash is spawning. We can't kill it all. I don't know what to do. I'm at an impasse. So unless I get new information that changes that, I'm done. That's it. Yeah, DPS, right. DPS. All right, you gotta be top DPS to complete normal now. You're right. And it's utter bullshit. You know, that should be, you know, what R5 is. You know, is top DPS. Not normal, for God's sake. Yep. $14. We're not, you know. It's just so frustrating. Okay, I'm gonna stop ranting now. See, this is kind of why I didn't want to live stream, because it just gets me pissed off. You know, I don't need to live stream that negativity. You know. At least I can laugh at it myself. You know. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you guys hanging out. I hope you guys learned a little bit, because I suspect some of you guys like haven't been in it, didn't know how the levers worked, and that kind of stuff. So hopefully you guys found some of that explanation helpful for those of you who haven't done the raid yet. And I appreciate for those of you who have and completed, I appreciate you guys offering tips. And that was, you know, in the Sinful, I appreciate you encouraging me to live stream this, because that was part of the experience. You know, part of what I wanted this experience to be of live streaming it is, you know, getting feedback from others. So before I shut it down, like, can anybody tell me, like, why there's just all those Forge Wraiths all of a sudden? Like, what's happening there to cause a dozen Forge Wraiths? Is it just... Yeah, Amaroth the Grey. I know that there's a debate on the forums right now, and I've read through that forum post. I haven't checked it in the last few days, but it's just an absolutely revolting conversation that's happening, and how, you know, that, you know, some of the, you know, the elitist community wants so bad for normal to stay just like this. I guess they just want themselves to be the only ones that can do it and screw everybody else, you know, and they're just going to say, oh, you just need a strategy. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to, you know, direct everybody as best as I can. As somebody, like, I've been leading raids for 9 years, guys. 9 years of leading raids in this game. And, you know, Syax has been in my guild for most of that time. You know, we've been raiding together. Vanna, you know, Fuss, like, half of my guildies in there, like, we've been raiding together for a better part of a decade, you know. There's 100 years of DDO playing experience in that group just now. And we can't complete normal after our 14th try. Yeah, and this is the thing, all the people dying in this trash, I mean, that's what I'm saying, like, normal, they've got to slow down. It's just like, trash is up in the back, skulls left, skulls right, more trash in the back, skulls left, skulls right, watch out for the circles, skulls left, trash in the back, skulls right, trash in the back. Like, that should be half that pace on normal. I wonder if the raid could be soloed. One moment, I need to respond to a tell. Oops, I just logged on. Yeah, my guildie Syax there is that, you know, that's his best tune. Like, he's like everything completionist pretty much on that tune. I think he's actually just finishing up his racials, but, you know, he asking me, like, are we going to try again tomorrow? Because if not, he's going to TR. You know. So there, you know, he's one of our better DPS players. So I'm going to lose that DPS if he reincarnates. Yeah, we had everybody's thing, you know, close except for when trash came up. Well, I will mention that stuff about Vistani. You know, like I said, I'm gonna do a write-up in my guild forum. Here's how it went. Here's what we learned, and here's what we're gonna try next time. You know, so I'm gonna include this information. But you know how I just, you know, what am I in the position now where I got to tell my guildies, okay, you've got to take 6 points out of your trees and spend it in Vistani if you want to join our raid. I mean, to me, that is just it's just absurd. Like, I understand that you're saying like this is really helpful, but it's just infuriating that that's where we're at right now. And the truth is, like, I'm not going to do that. I just won't run the raid, you know, if it's just gonna stay like this. And my guildies that need gear out of it, they can join. You know, they can join other people. Stacking MRR health. I'm pretty happy with my survivability in there. Although it's frustrating how often I lose aggro. You know, I'm not a high DPS toon. This toon is, you know, a tank with supportive AoE DPS, but my DPS is fairly low. But you know, if I can tank that raid on normal, that's fine. I'm fine with that. I don't need to do any higher than that on that raid. But it's frustrating losing aggro so much. Like my guildie Red 40 does. You know, we're doing DPS tests, and I'll give you some numbers here, right? We've developed this. I don't know if we've developed it, whatever. Like we're. You know, maybe this is an existing test, but it's where you go into Cabal for 1 and you go to the first orange name mob. You go in on R5, you have a tank, you have a healer, and then the DPS tester. And the tank holds the guy's aggro, and you can see his hit points, and then the healer keeps the tank healed, and then the DPS tester just beats the boss down, and you time it, and you compare it to how many hit points he has. Well, in that test, I'm doing 260 DPS. 260 against that orange name mob, or that red name mob in R5 Cabal. 260. Red 40... who was in there, who I said keeps stealing aggro from me, is doing 3,600 damage per second to my 260. How am I supposed to hold aggro against that? You know, I have hate gen. Of course I have hate gen. I'm running in Sentinel. But I just have to, you know, mash intimidate so much. But like I said earlier, they're supposed to be increasing the amount of hate that is generated from Sentinel. Because people are doing so much more DPS than they were, you know, a year or two ago. And it's just getting harder and harder to hold aggro as a tank, I've found. I used to never lose aggro on Voodoo and Ginger Spice when I was tanking. And then it just has gotten progressively worse. You generate 150% threat at all times. I think that's supposed to go up to like 250. And I think there's threat in here somewhere that is supposed to increase. Maybe not. I can't remember what I read. In any event, I don't even know if I'm supposed to be talking about that because I can't remember where I read it. Yeah, R5. So is that a thing? I don't even know. I don't even, like... 300 in the update? Is that... So that's still coming? I'm looking forward to that. Well, that'll be good. That'll help. Like I said, I never used to lose aggro. You know, I never did very much DPS on Ginger or Voodoo, but I had enough hate gen that, you know, that's what it's for. And incidentally, though, our other main tank, who wasn't in the raid tonight, but we only have like 3, maybe 4 tanks in the guild. Our other main tank in that same test was doing... And he's a paladin. I think he's a paladin. He might be a fighter, actually. Bolo Grub. For those of you who watch the the teaching raids. Oops. Wrong thingy dingy. Here we go. Bolo Grub's tank DPS was 196. And I'm doing 260, which, I mean, that's, you know, obviously both very low, so it's not a significant difference, but... Yeah, I keep hearing how important debuffers are. And, you know, we're trying to make some changes in the guild. You know, Vanna, Red 40, you know, he's been trying to... Oh, or maybe it's Gijo. Bolo Grub has been trying to push that. Okay, guys. Don't want to belabor this. Thanks again for all of your help, for your input, and thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the advice. Have a wonderful evening, and I'm sure there'll be more live streams soon, probably tomorrow. See you guys.